Sage Wanderer here. I'm in line waiting to get an oil change, and that's one thing that I have to do now is I have to really take good care of my car since I'm relying on it for my income and I'm running it like crazy. Drove 1,000 miles last week in 3 days doing this gig. If you don't know, I've been working for Uber Eats and actually making more money than I thought I would, and I'm having more fun than I thought I would. I'm really enjoying the job. I like to drive anyway, and in the past I've delivered flowers, I've delivered auto parts and diesel truck parts for various companies, and I gotta say I like this the best. I can clock in and clock out whenever I want. I have I can set up my own schedule. I'm my own boss completely. The downside is I'm using the heck out of my car, but the good news is I have a great car for that. The Corolla, Toyota Corolla is the perfect car for this. I can't think of one that would work much better. It's going to get a lot of wear and tear, but they're up to the task. And I haven't even been working under what they call boost or promotions. I just been driving under regular conditions, and I've been making $16, $17 an hour. But that's because I'm getting some really big tips. And that's been making me wonder why I'm getting these really big tips. Sometimes the tips are ridiculously large. To me, anyway. Maybe I'm not a big tipper. I don't know. But I think it's because this job is being abused by people who don't understand the service industry. There's a lot to be said for saying, hello to someone, engaging in small talk with something pleasant and light, making a little quick joke, and doing it while you're in the course of your business encounter, and then make that person go away feeling better than they did when they walked out in the cold to get the food from you, or when the doorbell rang. And I think there's a lot of millennials doing this job that just throw the food at people, and maybe they let their attitude bleed through. It can be frustrating. Sometimes you have to wait for the food and the orders aren't right, and sometimes, and then the traffic is crazy. Trying to find the location sometimes can be difficult. I'm not afraid to just call the customer and go, hey, I'm having a hard time finding you. Can you zero me in? And saves us a few steps. It gets the food there hotter. Another thing is I carry a bag, and I keep the food in the bag, and I keep it really hot. So when I open the bag up, boom, steam comes out. They can smell the food. I make a little presentation of it. I make sure and tell them I worked hard to keep this hot for you. And I try not to over communicate with the customer unless there's a problem, and then I go straight to communication. I don't mess around trying to figure it out on my own. And I don't let the frustration or the difficulties of the job get to me enough to where the person can feel it on the other end. And if I do have some frustrations and they show, I try to frame it like I'm only frustrated because I'm trying so hard to get your food to you, and because I know having a hot meal is important, and nobody wants to reheat their food, and I'm just trying to get here as quick as I can. Another reason I think I make it, because I got a $15 tip last night on a $4 order, so Uber paid me $4, but the tip was $15. And I think the main reason for that deal is because they can track the order, so they know I waited at the store for a long time. And I told them when I got there, I said, the third pizza wasn't made when I got there, and we caught it luckily, and they were able to bake it for me, and I knew there was going to be a wait, so I took these others and I put them in this hot bag to try to make sure and keep them warm for you, so everything should be, and I got a $15 tip. And so I think that if you didn't have a service-oriented mind, I think if you weren't good at the job, if you didn't get it there quick, if you weren't polite and nice, I don't know that you would make the kind of money I'm making. But I'm making upwards around $17, $18 an hour, way more, twice what I thought it would be. And I'm making really good money, and I like the job, and it's something I'm physically capable of doing. And a musician's mind works out good with navigation. It's the same kind of strength. What gets you through a song, what shows you what turn to make for that chord change. I got to turn left, turn right at this part in the song. It's the same thing as navigating through the city. And I know Fort Worth pretty good, and I'm getting to know it even better. And but yeah, I'm having a lot of success right now, and I'm happy with that. And so hopefully that'll translate to having more time to make more great videos for you guys on this channel. So I guess we can add Uber Eats videos to my plethora of different things I talk about on this channel. But I thought I would just stop and chat with you while I'm getting my oil changed. And anyway, we'll see you guys soon, and God save our republic.